Welcome back to another edition of the Pagcast. I'm your host, Michael Pagani, joined alongside 29th ranked prospect for this year's NHL draft, Thomas Bordeleau. Thomas, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great, thanks. Lots of people have been watching Netflix. Among those Netflix shows have been Ozark and Tiger King. What have you been doing during quarantine?
For sure. Netflix has been a part of my quarantine. Been watching a lot of Suits, a lot of Prison Break, but I try to work out as much as I could. I have a nice gym here in my house, have a nice setup to shoot pucks and stuff like that. So I've been doing that a lot, and also spending time with my family. I'm away all year during the season, and I think it's fun to spend some quality time with them. We're all at home. We're all not doing really anything. So I think it's a good opportunity for us to just spend some quality time and enjoy.
Have you been intrigued to watch the sports that have returned, such as NASCAR and Bundesliga?
A little bit of soccer, yeah, for sure. NASCAR, I've never really watched it before. So I've never really watched a race or whatever. But yeah, I'm excited to see what other sports are gonna come up next. Yeah.
So you grew up in Houston, but you ended up, I think, moving to Montreal. With that, did you cheer for the Habs as a kid, or did you cheer for the Stars?
I mean, I was born in Houston, but I only stayed a couple months there, so I don't remember anything about living in Houston. When I was 8 months old, we moved to Switzerland for 10 years with my parents because my dad was playing there. And then I moved back to Montreal when I was 10 years old. So, I grew up all over. I'm a little international, and I'm not, of course, it's living in Montreal. It's the Habs have a big fan base for sure. It's a big thing here, but I think because I didn't really grow up here, maybe I'm not as a committed fan as all the other people from here, but for sure I really like watching them, and I really just enjoy watching hockey. So
You just mentioned that your dad played in the pro leagues. Did he influence you to start hockey?
yeah, for sure. I think I started skating at 2 years old, so he definitely he was a part of that.
Was there a player growing up who you wanted to model your game after?
For sure. I think growing up, I've always been idolizing Sidney Crosby a lot. In my mind, he's just the perfect player. He's so complete. He does everything right, and not just on the ice. I think off the ice, he's just a tremendous person, and I think he goes about his business really well. And I think he's a great example that I could learn a lot from him.
What would it be like for you to, you idolize Sidney Crosby and, you might play against him? What would that feel like?
It'd be pretty special for sure. I think it would be weird at first, but then it's just you go about your business, you do what you have to do, and you try not to think about it too much. But for sure, it'd be special.
Would you be able to speak upon your road to where you are today?
Um, yeah, what do you mean by that? You want me to?
Well, like, just you like you said, you grew up all over the place. What were some of the challenges that you faced? How did you overcome those challenges to where you are today?
Yeah, I think it was pretty straightforward. It was pretty good. I mean, I was lucky to started playing hockey in Switzerland because over there we play small area games all year long until you're like 10 years old. So I think it really helped to develop my skills, just my hockey IQ, my vision, and how I react to things. And then when I came back here in Montreal, I was for sure it helped my game, and I played as an underage peewee, and then did my peewee years, did 1 year Bantam, and then played as an underage from the AAA team, and then stayed there 2 years before going to the NTDP. But I think I've had a lot of great coaches along the way, and they really helped me. And of course, my dad really helped me too. But it was definitely a pretty unusual path. But there's only good things that came out of it. So yeah.
Every kid dreams of being drafted into the NHL. What would it mean for you with the hard work that you've put in to get drafted?
Yeah, it would mean a lot for sure. For sure, it's been a goal of mine to get drafted, and in my mind, it's just another steps towards my actual dream, which is playing in the NHL and performing in the NHL, not just playing. Wherever I get drafted, whenever I get drafted, I think it's just another step towards my ultimate goal of maybe one day winning a Stanley Cup or just performing in the NHL. And yeah, I'm excited to see what the future holds for me for sure.
What skills would you say that you bring to the team that drafts you?
I think I'm a versatile player for sure. My hockey IQ is my biggest strength. My puck skills are really good, and I'm definitely a playmaker. But at the same time, I know when it's a good time to shoot and to score. I think I'm a good 200 feet centerman. I can do a lot of things on the ice. I think I proved it this year with coach. My coach was trusting me on every aspect of the game, just power play, PK, 6-on-4, 5-on-3. I think it really helped me develop my all around game, and for sure, I know how to use my teammates, how to make them better, and I think I can bring a lot to a line. I can create a lot of offense at the same time, be responsible defensively. So, and off the ice, I think I think I'm a fun guy to be around. I have fun to be around the locker room. I like spending time with the boys. I really enjoy, just being with them and just doing whatever we do between boys. But yeah, I think I can bring a lot, and I'm excited to see what's next.
You had 46 points in 47 games in the development portion of the season and 18 points in 19 games for the USHL portion. Is there a big gap between the two, different portions of the season?
I mean, for sure, it's different playing against college teams than playing against USHL teams and playing our national teams. I think it's there's a big difference for sure. You go to you go through all kind of adversity, all kind of levels. It's just sometimes you're not trying to adjust your game too much to who you're playing against, but I think you're just trying to do what you got to do and not think about who you're playing against. But at the same time, it's for sure different because playing against college teams, you can make one mistake and it's gonna be in the back of your net. So you got to be more careful for sure. And I think it helped us grow a lot as a team. And internationally, I think we performed really well just with winning the tournament in Sweden, then finishing second in the Czech Republic. So
Despite it only being the development program, what does it mean for you to wear the USA jersey?
it meant a lot. I think just wearing that jersey every day, even in practices, during games, during international events, during college games, it was really special, and I'm gonna miss it for sure. It was really a great opportunity, and I'm grateful for everything this program has done for me. And again, like I made brothers for life in the program, and I'm gonna miss it a lot. Yeah.
What would be a typical game day for you?
I usually wake up around 8, just trying to wake up pretty early. Then go to the rink around 10, just shoot some pucks, take a nice bath, get the legs moving a little bit, get your body moving, just, try to do something and go back home, eat lunch, go to bed, then, wake up, just take a shower, just do, getting ready for the game, eating, getting dressed, and then when I'm at the rink, I think I have a pretty serious routine that I'm pretty tight on it in time, and I like doing that a lot.
Do any of your teammates try to mess up your routine?
No, no, I think they respected that pretty well, and it was fun. It was fun. Sometimes the routine you have is sometimes if you do something with another teammate or for me, I'd say I had a couple of ball games with one or two guys, and then taking a nice bath at the same time as another guy. And it was always the same thing, and I think I'm gonna miss it a lot. Yeah.
With scouts being in the building, did that add any motivation for you?
I don't think so. I think if you're motivated by that, and if you need that to get motivated, you're in it for the wrong reasons. I think you gotta. That motivation's got to come from inside of you, and you got to have that internal drive, whether the rink's empty or the rink's full of scouts.
You're committed to the University of Michigan to take the next step for your hockey dream. What played into your commitment there?
I think it was I really took my time. I committed, only before this year, and I think it was just a balance of everything. I had a great relationship with the coaches. I love the scouts. I love the campus, the hockey program, the school part of it, the class we have coming in, the players that are there. So I think for me it was just a great balance of everything.
You did end up playing Michigan this year. Did you ever talk to the players post game about what life is like with Michigan hockey?
I mean, I talked about it before committing there for sure. I think talked to Quinn Hughes a lot about his time there, and he gave me a lot of his point of view. But for sure, I think it really helped me making my decision towards going there.
What will you be studying at university?
Right now, I'm probably gonna take some general classes first year, and then transfer into business school.
Now, size has always been a big factor for scouts, and a lot of people, players get overlooked because of that. With you at being 5'9", do you think you're impacted by that?
Not at all. I think I'm really confident in my game. I think I do what I do really good, and I think the style of play that I play, it's I don't need size to do that. I'm slippery, I'm fast, I'm smart, and even if I could be bigger, I wouldn't want to because I'm confident in how I play. I'm confident in the type of player I am and what I can bring to a team. And I know that size, even if I was bigger, it wouldn't do any good for me. I'm comfortable with who I am and how I play.
Reading up on you and actually watching your highlights, you do like driving the net and banging in those rebounds. Would you also say that you're comparable to a Brendan Gallagher like player?
I think I'm more, for sure, a lot of respect for Gallagher, and he's a great player, hardworking player. But I think I'm definitely more of a playmaker than just driving the net and getting those rebounds. For sure, it's a big part of the game, and I learned a lot to do that with Coach Appert, uh, and I think it's just those hard skills you need to be good at. But at the same time, I really don't think it's my strength. I think I'm really more of a playmaker who try to give like open nets to his teammates, and at the same time shoot when it's time to score. But you see me on the half wall on the power play and stuff like that also. So for sure there's a lot to take from Brendan's game, but I don't really think I'm the same type of player.
Like you said, you have one lethal shot, one hell of a shot at that. Do you ever boast about it, or are you one of the silent leaders?
I think I'm pretty silent. In the locker room for sure. Yeah, like I sorry, in the locker room for sure I talk pretty much. I talk a lot for sure, just but nothing too serious. Just trying to have a good time with the boys and stuff like that. But uh, on the ice, yeah, I think it just shows you don't need to be loud, or you don't need to make any noise. I think it just shows by how hard you work and how you go about your business on the ice, and I think players will see that. And the best example is our captain this year, Jake Sanderson. I think he goes about his business so well and so seriously, and he's so good at it that it just drove our team to be better every day.
How has the coronavirus impacted your draft preparation?
I don't think it's impacted anything. I mean, for sure, it's unfortunate that we won't have a real draft, but I think I've been pretty lucky to keep working out, and I've been going on the ice now, so it's been pretty good. But for sure, the draft's probably going to be online. We don't know what's going to happen, but uh, and the interviews are for sure with the Zoom calls and stuff like that. So it's a little different with no combine and not anything, but just it didn't really change anything about how I go about my day-to-day business. So
Now, I don't want to reveal too much about you, but what would be your go-to shootout move?
I mean, I'm trying to use deception, trying to fake the goal when you're doing something, and then doing something else. I think it's you got to be smart about how you go about it, not try to be predictable, and that's what I try to do most.
Now, final question here on the podcast. What advice do you have for aspiring hockey players?
Uh, Play for the fun of it. I mean, I think people get caught up into like, oh, hockey is so serious, and you just gotta work hard every day. And I think a lot of people take the fun out of it, but I think it's really important to to just remind yourself that it's a game, and you're supposed to have fun every day. Every time you step on the ice, you're supposed to have a smile on your face and be happy to be there. And I think that if you do that every day, it's just gonna without realizing it, it's gonna drive you to be better. It's gonna drive you to give everything you have on the ice. And I think it's just the best way to just grinding it out and developing that sacred fire inside of you to maybe one day make it and making your dreams come true.
All right. Well, I'd like to thank Thomas Bordeleau for joining me again on today's podcast. Thank you again, Thomas.
Thank you very much.